How was the flight, Jim?
Lousy. How's an overnight flight ever good? You can't sleep on an airplane.
Did you fly from New York or Chicago?
Washington Dulles to Munich to here.
Oh, it's a long way. I used to fly to Chicago directly. There's a direct flight of Turkish Airlines.
They don't have one from Washington.
As you know, for a chain smoker, smoking an airplane is difficult now. The way you have to do it, always take an aisle seat so that one leg can stretch. Then you do not fasten your seatbelt, so the stewardess has to come and give you some personal attention. You just clutch the handlebar and say, "Take me home, Jesus. Take me home, Jesus." Then she'll ask, "Is this your first flight?" "Take me home, Jesus." "How can I help you, sir?" "I'm going to need some cigarettes on this flight, so I need to go in the cockpit and help the pilot smoke." Pilots can smoke under, at least under U.S. federal law, in the cockpit. I followed that debate with some amusement, because this House member, when this stupid-ass bill about no smoking anywhere on the airplane came up, but this one congressman said, "I'm not a smoker myself, but I don't want to be killed and have 100 other people killed on an airplane because the pilot says, I don't give a damn about this fog, I gotta get this goddamn plane down so I can have a cigarette." So I want the pilot to smoke and everybody else to survive that flight. And they passed that exception.
So you smoke in the cockpit?
Yep.
Veteran newspaper reporter Jim Tucker has been covering the Bilderberg meetings for over 30 years and has physically attended more than 20.
There are some Turkish important guys who just sneak in, just like Hillary Clinton did last year.
Well, she was invited.
No, she's not on the list. She's not invited.
No, but I mean, nobody except me sneaks in. You have to be invited.
Well, she's invited, of course, but secretly. She was not in the inviting list. So there will be some more than these guys. There will be the Prime Minister probably. There will be the Minister of Foreign Affairs. I gave a list in the internet, which the possible Turkish list. So probably that's not the exact Turkish list. The ones I gave in the internet probably exactly fit those names. Ali Babacan, Kemal Derviş, Mustafa Koç, and the others, the Turkish names.
Bilderberg toplantılarının 55.si bu yıl İstanbul'da yapılıyor. 3 gün sürecek toplantıya çeşitli ülkelerden hükümet, finans, eğitim ve iletişim alanında üst düzey 135 kişi katılıyor.
Orta Doğu'daki sorunlar, Irak, İran, Afganistan ve bölge sorunlarının tartışılacağını zannediyorum. Aynı şekilde
Türkiye'den Devlet Bakanı Ali Babacan, eski Dışişleri Bakanı Hikmet Çetin, Kemal Derviş, TÜSİAD Başkanı Arzuhan Doğan Yalçın da, Koç Holding Yönetim Kurulu Başkanı Mustafa Koç, Cengiz Çandar ve Mehmet Ali Birant da toplantıya katılanlar arasında. İspanya Kraliçesi Sofia, Belçika Veliaht Prensi Philip'le Avusturya Başbakanı Alfred Gusenbauer, eski Amerikan Dışişleri Bakanı Henry Kissinger toplantıda yer alan isimler arasında. Toplantı için seçilen Ritz-Carlton Oteli ve çevresinde geniş güvenlik önlemleri alındı.
There's a phone for you, James. Jim.
What? The check is in the mail. Hello? Yes, traditionally, all the guys chasing Bilderberg will be meeting here at this bar in the evenings about 4 or 5 o'clock comparing notes. Just join us and we can do it then. Let's say 4 p.m. Right here at this hotel, in this hotel's bar, on the street level bar.
Who do you think it will be a big surprise appearance this year?
I never know till. In fact, a lot of the 3 or 4 newcomers are actually obscure at the time. They're newcomers like Bill Clinton in 1991. He was the governor of Arkansas. He made an ass of himself at the 88 convention, nominated Dukakis.
his windbaggy speech. And it ran over about 45 minutes when he was supposed to speak for 10 minutes, among the seconding nominations and all that jazz. And when he finally said, "and in conclusion," he got a standing ovation for saying, "in conclusion," a sneering standing ovation. But in 1991, he's brought to Bilderberg for the first time. In 1992, he's elected president.
Governor Rick Perry is visiting Istanbul, Turkey this weekend, but some critics are questioning the company he's keeping. Perry has been invited to attend the Bilderberg Conference. He'll speak to the conference on state-federal relations. The Bilderberg Conference is an unofficial, invitation-only conference of about 100 guests, and those guests include some of the most powerful people from the worlds of business, media, and politics. Critics say Bilderberg only invites people from North America and Western Europe, and the conferences are closed to the public. Bilderberg's defenders say the summits need to be closed so that people of influence can openly share ideas. The critics answer back that the conference's secrecy defeats the purpose of open democracy.
The guy I was doing the radio interviews with yesterday, you guys jumped in on, volunteered that the governor of Texas was attending. It was reported in the Dallas Morning News. I think that he's probably being chewed out by Bilderberg for being so proud of it that he called a press conference to announce, or had his staff call a press conference to announce he would be attending Bilderberg. He's not supposed to do that. He's supposed to quietly go and quietly come back.
And were there any news of any European royals?
Queen Beatrix is there. The Crown Prince of Spain is there.
The Bilderberg Group consists of the heads of all of the managing roundtable groups that steer individual countries. Picture the elite power structure of the world as a giant pyramid, with only the elite of the elite at the tip top of the capstone.
Begins tomorrow, Friday. And those kids do work hard. They'll typically have a breakfast at 7 and their first meetings at 8. They don't sleep late either. In fact, I guess a lot of millionaires get up early. I remember one time calling up David Rockefeller in his hotel room. I was able to filter a list that included their what rooms they were staying in. So if I knew to ask for room such and such, I get through. I thought I was probably talking to his valet, asked if I could speak to Mr. Rockefeller. For just a moment, I recognized he's a very busy man. He said in a very sweet voice, "This is he speaking." And I explained that I was worked for him. This gave me a high official of the Defense Department, and he was unable to hear everything that Cheney, who was then Secretary of Defense, said about maintaining troops in Europe at the end of the Cold War. With the Cold War over, he did stress that the troops would stay with NATO. Typically, on the first day, there'll be a lot of armed uniformed guards setting up their sawhorses. Then a lot more armed guards later. In Germany, they deployed the army. Now, in fairness to Bilderberg, since $1 million is pocket change, they do reimburse local governments. In the case of Germany, the military, for the cost, and the local police back up the armed guards.